The thinking practitioner starts the day with facilitator, participant, and course safety in mind. You should ask yourself these questions. Are you prepared to facilitate? Are your participants prepared to participate? And is the course prepared for use? A big part of this is sequencing your activities. A proper sequence of activities decreases accidents and helps participants develop needed skills to complete the tasks. Remember that water knot you're learning in class? Well, here you go, putting it to use. You'll use all your skills, even if it's just forming a circle to put on the ground. Part of knowing if your course is prepared for use is understanding the local operating procedures for all your elements. It's important to understand the element structure and the setup of the activity appropriately. You should know what the activity looks like and how it is built. It's also important to follow proper procedures for setting up the element and conduct a check to make sure the element structure and setup are good. Each program day should include conducting a visual check of the elements. Changes can happen daily on your course. Before beginning your program, be sure to complete a visual inspection of each element to be used. Inspect the following: the ground area. Make sure elements and spotting zones are clear of roots, rocks, and sticks. The areas above the element. This is less critical on a pole course, but a visual check of all cables, poles, and hardware above your head should be completed. Check the element. Note the element for the following. Has there been any recent damage? Have you had severe weather recently? Where are your high use zones that may have extensive wear? Has anything been struck by a mower? Check rope and webbing areas. Note splices and knots and connections. You should also check the cables. Check cables for fraying or loose ends. Look at the serving sleeves. Note the wire rope clips. Look for loose thimbles and the orientation of the nut eye bolt. Be sure to check the lock nut and washer as well. Also make sure that all cable connections are secure, checking swedged ends and also rapid links. Be sure to check miscellaneous items such as tire connections, spliced ends of rope, and be sure to check wood for splinters, smoothness, and rot. You should also be prepared with all appropriate gear. Follow all appropriate local operating procedures. Know your local emergency action plan. Understand how to handle medical emergencies and know where your first aid kit and med forms are. Be sure to check the weather and bring that phone with you out on the course. Do whatever you need to do in order to get yourself prepared for the day. That might include sunscreen or having appropriate eyewear or bringing proper hydration with you out on the course. Whatever you need to do to make yourself the best facilitator for the day. Now that you know you and the course are ready for the day, it's time to set clear expectations for participants. Clearly define the roles of the participants to help maintain both their physical and emotional safety. Some common expectations for participants are to come properly prepared, wearing appropriate clothing and jewelry, having sun needs, and medication. They should abide by agreed upon social norms, such as a full value contract or challenge by choice. They should also be responsible for making reasonable choices for themselves. Every participant should be willing to contribute to the safety of the group. Remember, a proper sequence of activities helps participants develop the needed skills to complete the task. They also help you assess the group. You can assess the group's skills and their development. Remember to use GRABs, the goals of the group, the readiness, the affect, the body, behavior, stage, and setting. Continually clarify the program goals throughout the day. This will help you know why the group is on the challenge course and to design your program around those goals. Remember, start your day with facilitator, participant, and course safety in mind. It'll help you have the best day out on the challenge course.